So hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So now that you have decided to start your IELTS preparation, there will be a lot of questions baffling you, like when to start your exam preparation and what to study, etc, etc. And today I have come up with a few IELTS preparation pointers which will be a guideline for you and will help you in your IELTS preparation. And the first pointer for you today is know your examination. So before you actually start preparing for your IELTS test, it is very important, it is imperative that you know what the actual exam is like. All right. I've seen a lot of people, they take the exam, they take test after test without actually knowing what is the test. You have to know the structure of the examination, what to expect in the actual examination center. We have already made videos on this. You can please refer to the previous videos. I will link them in the description box. Okay, so now I'll tell you in brief what the actual exam structure is like. So IELTS exam is having 4 sections, as you know. It is IELTS reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So in IELTS reading, you will get like 3 long passages, and in IELTS listening, you will be having 4 sections, and in IELTS writing, you have to complete 2 tasks. And IELTS speaking is basically a one-on-one interview with the interviewer. There also you have like 3 sections, all right? And when you're talking about the time, in IELTS listening, you get like, 4 sections, and you get 40 questions which are to be completed in like 30 minutes. In IELTS reading, you have 3 long passages which you have to read and answer 40 questions in like 60 minutes. In IELTS writing also, you will be asked to complete 2 tasks within like 60 minutes time. IELTS speaking, as you have already know, is kind of a one-on-one interview with the examiner where you will be getting like 12 to 15 minutes. All right. So this is all about the structure of the exam and the timings, how much time you will get for each section of your exam. The most simple trick is like, in each of these sections, you will be having a lot of like directions, how to go about with each of the questions. So this is gonna take a bit of a time. So if you are actually going to read this first time in your examination center, this will consume a lot of your time. So what you can do instead is like, you can buy hard them well in advance. So in that way, you will not be spending a lot of time in your actual examination center for reading and understanding these directions. Instead, that time you can concentrate more on the questions. You can read them multiple times, understand them. So you can effectively utilize your time. So the next pointer for the day is practice the test. So practice the test means you actually, the best way to know about your test is by practicing it, is by taking the test. What you can do is like, you can go to any of the official site and you can take a test. At least once in a week during the course of your preparation, you have to take a full test. It's not like you're taking one today, the other next day. No, you have to take that full test. You have to devote that undistracted 3 hours of time once in every week for this, taking this test. This will serve multiple purposes, like, this will give you an actual experience of the examination. In examination, what you need is like, you have that undistracted time. You have to concentrate for this 3 long hours. Most of us are not doing that nowadays. So practicing that long concentration and doing task is very important. So you have to practice doing these tests. Full test, I'll say. Otherwise also you have to practice, but practicing full test is important for you to give that actual taste of your examination. What you are being, this long concentration period is actually very exhausting. If you're not practicing that, it will be very difficult when the actual examination comes. So taking this actual practice test will help you to practice IELTS writing, IELTS listening, and IELTS reading. But IELTS speaking, what you can do is like, you can ask your friend or someone to ask questions. FAQs, frequently asked questions, you have a lot of them. So you can ask them to, ask you those questions, and then you can record yourself. Then either you can give yourself the feedback or you can ask your friend to do that. So this is one way to practice IELTS speaking. The third point is strategize. So what does strategize means? So everybody is coming to take this IELTS examination with a different motive. Your IELTS goal will be different from other person's IELTS goal. So it is important that you should understand what you need from this examination. So nobody in IELTS need a band score like 9 or even 8.5. So you should understand what is your motive. If you are going to pursue a course abroad, a particular program, or maybe immigration or job. For example, if it is to pursue a program abroad, then you have to go to the particular university's website and see what they're asking for, what are their requirements. So if they require only like overall score of like 7.5, then your strategy will be very easy. You don't need to work much on your weaknesses. If writing is your weakness, then you don't need to spend hours improving your writing skills, because you only need an overall 7.5, which you can manage by strengthening the things that you're already good at. But on the contrary, if they have like individual band score, for say they need a highest band score 7.5, example 7.5 something in writing, then you are in trouble. Then early on you have to work on your writing skill. You have to improve your writing skills before coming to other sections of the IELTS test. So this way you have to strategize. You have to find out the goal, what you're doing for, what is the aim, why are you taking this IELTS examination. So get your goals straight and then work accordingly. All right. And also when it comes to IELTS reading, you need a plan, because reading those 3 long passages and finding answer to them is literally impossible in the examination hall. So if you're approaching IELTS reading without a proper strategy, then it is highly unlikely that you score good in IELTS reading. So we have already in our previous lessons, previous videos have talked about IELTS reading strategies. Please do go back and listen to them, watch them again. We will be making more videos particularly dedicated to IELTS reading. So stay tuned for them. The last pointer for the day is like practice and feedback. You have to practice reading, writing, speaking and listening each and every day. Not only speaking or writing, but also you have to get constant feedback. Constant feedback so that you can improve the next time you get taking the test. This continuous process should go on throughout your preparation period. So one of the way that you can listen to English is like every day you have to listen to native speakers. One way you can do this is like you can take interest on some of the English series. So Crown is one such series where you get like British English, very good British English you will get over there. Or else you can rely on the good old Friends, Big Bang Theory. Then the list is endless. You can pick any of the series of your choice and start watching them. At least 1 or 2 episodes in a day, you're good to go. So that is a way you can listen to the English speakers, the native speakers every day. And while to practice English reading, you can rely on any of the good newspapers. Hindu is one such good option. You can read Hindu editorials every day. It is very monotonous. Hindu editorials are very monotonous. You will not be understanding most of the stuff that is, written over there. But this will serve 2 purposes. One, it will give you more and more words. You can improve your vocabulary. You will be surprised with one or 2 new words every day when you go through the editorials. So you can understand different writing styles, because these editorials are being written by people from different walks of life. So you will get different writing styles there, and you get a lot of new words which you can add to your vocabulary. And one more thing is like, you will be getting an idea how to form an overall idea without actually knowing each and every words. This is a very important skill because it is impossible for anybody to learn all the words. It is literally impossible, but still you have to frame an idea with whatsoever is available. So this is a skill which will come in due course of time with practice. So reading Hindu editorial every day will prep you for this. So in IELTS speaking and IELTS writing, you have to internalize stuff, you have to produce and then express it. It is more of kind of a difficult task. That is one of the reasons like IELTS writing is one of the least scoring in all these four sections. So this needs more practice rather than like listening and reading. These are like passive skills, I'll say. And one more thing is like, feedback. If you're going for a test or something like that, in your reading and your listening, you will be having an answer key. So you can actually compare your answers with the answer key and assess or give feedback to yourself, which is very easy. But in like IELTS speaking and IELTS writing, giving feedback is little bit difficult. So there also lies a difficulty of these sections. So what you can do is like, as you've already discussed, one thing is like IELTS speaking, you can record it and you can show it to some of your friends or the people who have already taken this examination. Both the IELTS speaking and IELTS writing, you can ask the people to, give you the feedback so that you can correct it and next time you can improve on it. Feedback is very important, else what you will do, you will be keep taking the test. Every time you will not be getting the good score or the score that you want to, because you don't actually know where you're making the mistake. So if you're not knowing where you're making the mistake, then it will not be possible for you to correct it. So getting the feedback in each of these sections and correcting it is very important. So for IELTS reading and IELTS listening, you can do feedback yourself. So that part is okay. For IELTS speaking and IELTS writing, you can get feedback from your friends or the people whom you know who have already taken this test. Please feel free to get their help because this exam is quite expensive. So make as many as mistakes as you can while you do the practice, while you do your preparation. Then correct your mistake and be prepared before you actually take this examination. All right. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. That was the case. Please do like and subscribe to this channel and do share this video with your friends whom you think will benefit out of it. So that's all for today, guys. Stay tuned for more videos like this. Bye.